Now, I can understand microtransactions being a big thing. Sometimes it's important to have microtransactions there when you need them. However, if you're buying something, something like currency, you're buying something that's impermanent. And if the servers go kaput, you've lost access to everything. Yeah. Think of a game you really like. What would it take to make you quit it? Maybe it's a bunch of bad run-throughs in a row, or maybe it's a couple of bad levels. Or maybe a game could do something so horrendous that it never deserves to be played ever again. It's amazing how low some companies will stoop to just to get your hard-earned cash. And Activision, with Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled's appearance of the Grand Prix and its monetization of Olympic coins, you, sir, have earned the middle finger of the day. Content that you can only get for a certain part of the game, like an early part of the game, but when you get to a later part of the game, that content is permanently gone. And in some cases, content that is only online for a certain period of time, and if you don't get that content, bam, it's permanently gone. They seem to save us. Huh. Oh, we're on the air? Oh. Sorry there. You caught me reading. Anyway, I've talked to you about microtransactions. I've talked to you about permanently missable content. I even talked to you about predatory online content. One thing I haven't talked to you about, however, loot boxes. Yeah, when in video games where you buy a loot box and you don't know what's inside it, and you pay money for that loot box, yeah. Anyhow, loot boxes. There have been efforts to get something done about them. Right now, in the UK, they are considered illegal forms of gambling. In the UK! And yes, most of the games that contain loot boxes are accessible to minors. Fortnite, rated T. PUBG, rated T. Most of the free-to-play games on the App Store on your iOS and Android, rated E. Yeah. Loot boxes can go die in a fire. And also, aren't loot boxes a form of gambling? Considering we've gotten headlines and stories about people with gambling addictions and gambling problems in our society, it's just unreal is what it is. Why would the gaming community as a whole want to exploit a gaming addiction? You know, when it comes to gambling, the cards are always stacked against you, alright? Sure, you might get that one hit when you get paid a huge amount, but for people with a gambling addiction, that one small hit is never enough for them. No. They spend hours and hours on the slot machine until they waste all their money, or spend hours and hours on the poker tables until they lose all their money. Man. there are certain countries where gambling is a crime. Now, in our states, it's not a crime to gamble, but when you put loot boxes in a game meant for children, yeah, that's right, for children, that's when you are in an illegal lottery and you're required to purchase that loot box, and whatever you get in that loot box is yours. It may be a new item, it may be a duplicate item. But if you get a duplicate item, you're not getting a new item from that loot box. You're getting the same item that you already got. Yeah. And there are people out there nowadays with gambling addictions and gambling problems. And I could go on about all the news stories I've seen out there on the web. In the beginning, games targeted the consumer for a good experience, like a full game like they wanted. And now video games have become more anti-consumers with microtransactions, on-disc DLC. Capcom was guilty of that once. And loot boxes, permanently missable content. Content that you're required to play on a certain day just to get. Okay? It just drives me bananas, is what it is. Yeah. I've watched Mr. Enter's video of the animated atrocity of an extra credits video on loot boxes. They say that there's nothing wrong with loot boxes, by the way, but yeah, it is. Yeah. Loot boxes are a form of gambling. Now, if you're going to implement loot boxes, I suggest this. Have some sort of challenge to complete for the chance at a loot box. And then, once they complete that challenge, give them the loot box. And you can sort the loot boxes by the difficulty of the challenge. The harder challenges give you the rarer rewards. I mean, that's what I'm saying here. Instead of shelling out dollar after dollar of real world currency just for a chance at a loot box, my idea for a loot box would be the challenge strategy. Challenge players to beat a certain score in your game, or to beat a certain section of your game with restrictions put in play, or to beat a certain section of the game under a time limit. Yeah, those sort of kind of challenges. And once they complete that challenge, offer them a loot box with the key attached to it. Yeah, if they complete the challenge within a reasonable amount of time, they earn a higher level key, with less time used being the higher pay grade. Either that, or if you're going based on score, more points means a rarer loot box. And that's what I'm getting at. Not only would you get, and if you got all 3 of the goals done, not only would you get the highest rated loot box, but you would also get all the loot boxes that came before it with the keys. Then they'd be stored in your inventory with the option to open them up later. So that way you could collect a ton of loot boxes from challenges and get keys for them. Now, Williams Pinball on the App Store and the iOS uses this very effectively with its daily challenges. The daily challenges in Williams Pinball are usually time-based, score-based, or survival-based. Now the time-based challenges with the score are you have to get a certain amount of score within like 5 minutes or something, or you have to get the most score with only one ball, or you have to score a certain amount of points to survive, with the highest rank being 15 stars for the survival mode. Actually, that is a much better way than to pay $99.99 for one loot box, which doesn't even have the rare item that you wanted. Anyhow, thank you for watching this video. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This is the Gamer Nerd. I will see you next time. Peace out, everyone.